Didn't you and I have this conversation before? How you doing? This is on gluconeogenesis. It's a real thing. We think, right? I don't know. There's been a lot of discussion about gluconeogenesis and what it is. In a therapeutic keto diet, that's a diet where your macros are set such that you go into a really deep state of ketosis, where your ketones are like 3 and above, all the way up to maybe 5. I've had mine go up to 7, but then, after that, you have the possibility of going into ketoacidosis. We don't want that to happen. But one way to prevent excess protein in the body is this beautiful. This is where I do some of my exercise. From turning into glucose or glutamine in the body. And in biology, we know that these things, sugars, feed cancer cells. So if the liver turns excess protein into glucose, then why can't the cancer cells use it? And chances are they can. It's very, very hard in the lab to measure the glucose that the liver is giving off as a result of gluconeogenesis, right? That is genesis. That is the liver creating glucose out of protein, which it does. And it does this with excess protein, meaning that if you are on a ketogenic diet for cancer or for some other disease, your best bet is to have a low protein diet. And that's because you can do it. You can sustain your weight. You can sustain your appetite. You can sustain everything you need to, and not have the liver maybe perchance be feeding your cancer. I mean, the whole idea behind my protocol is to starve cancer. Remember that. We want to starve cancer, so then we can attack it with other stuff, like in synergy with chemotherapy, maybe, or some other kind of cancer treatment, right? So we got these cancer cells that are starving, and then they uptake chemo or something, or they just die off through natural death, which they do if they starve to death, right? So why am I out here right now, midday? Two things. First of all, as we've spoken before, I want to get my maximum exposure to the ultraviolet rays in a minimum amount of time. So I'm doing that. And I'm traipsing through the heavy sand here because that's part of my exercise. And I'm also walking in the water here, the waves here in the Gulf of Mexico, because that's good grounding, earthing. We've discussed that. That's just healthy, guys. And then the other reason is because I'm here just after I ate. Now, why is that important? Well, to me, it just makes sense in my body that if I eat something, I'm not going to go swimming, right? But if I eat something and then start exercising right away, I think that's a signal to the body that I want that food that I just ingested, the protein, to be turned into fuel for these muscles, right? So far for me, it's worked. Now, let me tell you what happened when I changed my timing on when I did my exercise, what time I did my exercise. I used to do it 7 in the morning, It's part of my routine. 7 a.m., get up, do sit-ups, push-ups, use my resistance bands, do a bunch of crazy stuff, right? But now I am doing the exercise after I eat. And it's not, I mean, if you have a diagnosis like cancer or some other significant disease, you don't want to be doing crazy stuff, right? You don't want to be doing aerobics. You want to be running down the beach. You don't want to be climbing upstairs at, top notch. What you want to do is slow and easy exercises that get you to the point where you're breathing a little bit, right? Using those muscles. So this is a signal to what I just ate. I had, you're going to love this. I had chicken livers and mushrooms sauteed in creamy butter. Oh, so freaking good. I know that may sound creepy to you, but chicken livers, very dense meat as far as having nutrients in it, it's very nutrient dense. And then mushrooms are good anti-carcinogens. The butter is good for energy, keeps me in ketosis. And then I come down here and it all works together for good. All right. So take this to heart, write it down, do it, make it part of your day, and join me on my journey. All right. You will see in a link here in the description, and also links in my bios on social media to sign up for something. Now, I'm not going to send you a bunch of junk. I'm going to be sending you like the latest changes in my protocol, right? And if I drop something, if I pick something up, if I discover something new, I'm going to let you guys know about it first. So that's it. Hope to see you in the next video. If you know somebody that needs this information, please share it with them. And please subscribe. Please comment below if you have any agreements, disagreements, want to discuss what I've just talked about. If you think it's foo-foo, if you think it's craziness, let me know. And state your reason. Yeah, let's have a discussion. All right, and we'll see you next video. Thanks.